Hello and welcome to episode 168 of WITM, in which Corey will be in non-title action. But first, as expected, he will address the shocking suspension of his previously scheduled WrestleMania week opponent, the straight edge super vegan Andrew. Let's hear what he has to say. Corey speaks. So the straight edge super vegan gets suspended for 30 days, huh? Well, I guess we all know where super vegan gets his superpowers now. You know, Andrew did always tell me he always keeps his locker room fully stocked with juice. All jokes aside, do you finally get it now? Your hero, your idol, Andrew, is exactly what I've already exposed him as months ago: a liar and a fraud. Back in the Indies and again in the WWE, Andrew threw away my goals, my dreams, my ambitions, so that he could preach this pure lifestyle. Turns out he doesn't even practice what he preaches. The only true straight edge superstar here is me. And without having to face him, even, I've proven, without cheating, that I am once and for all better than Andrew. So now, with that finally settled, I turn my full attention to WrestleMania 35, where I promise you I will remain WWE Champion. The future is now. Alright, so Corey addressing the WWE Universe on the shocking suspension of his scheduled WrestleMania week opponent, Andrew. That suspension would indeed go past WrestleMania week, so does that mean that that Three Stages of Hell series between Corey and Andrew is now off? Stay tuned to find out the fate of that match, as well as the three championships held by Andrew: the Cruiserweight Championship, the NXT Championship, and the NXT Tag Team Championships. But for now, we turn our attention to his scheduled opponent, Corey, as he will take on.
Looking at tonight's card, we really do have all hands on deck for this one. A triple threat match is next. We have one of the best talents on the roster to date in a match against two of WWE's finest.
He will take on the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, and the big dog, Roman Reigns, in non-title triple threat hardcore action. Let's get underway.
We're moments away from pure chaos. The triple threat match is next.
Doesn't get any better than this.
We have a real fan favorite against two of WWE's toughest competitors.
I can assure you this is going to be a wild one.
we go. Triple threat. Non-title hardcore action.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in tonight. I'm Michael Cole, and
Both
my
these
left, as
men
always,
would love
the
to
incomparable Jerry the King
rise up the rankings and potentially be Corey's opponent for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. Roman Reigns the best opportunity, currently sitting at number 5 in the WWE Championship rankings. The victory will move him up to at least number 3. Corey biding his time as Reigns locks in a headlock and taunts his opponents. Not impressed. Corey very cocky, never wasting a moment to let the WWE Universe know he is not impressed with his opponents.
Well, when you're this popular,
Now Corey drags Roman in the ring as Mark Henry taunts in the corner. Corey SCO takedown to Henry, sending him tumbling outside. Face buster to Reigns.
What makes Roman Reigns such a lethal entity is he possesses the power to dominate an opponent of any size, the athleticism to add speed to his attack, and a ferocity that makes him a relentless instrument of destruction.
Well, there's no doubt about it, Cole. Roman Reigns' abilities, the strength, the agility, and his unyielding intensity.
Breathing a sigh of relief, I would think. He was the man who wanted to face Andrew during WrestleMania week. However, now that match is, as far as we know, canceled. He knows that he will remain post-SmackDown Live following WrestleMania and will be defending his WWE Championship
And Michael, this might very well be where one of these guys pulls
at
away
WrestleMania in one of the main
We've seen
events.
Roman Reigns devastate an opponent with power moves
Corey
that
catches the
could
leg of
normally be
Reigns.
reserved for 2 men performing a double team maneuver on a beaten opponent. Look at this damage
Power
being
slam
delivered
by
to the back.
Henry to Corey, sending him tumbling outside the ring. Elbow strike to Reigns. Kick to the leg.
I don't like how slow he is to react right now. Look at that reversal. What a strength.
Corey
Looks like Mark Henry starting to weaken
outside the ring, taunting, now taunting from the apron. That's going to cost him as Reigns is going to punch him down and go back to attacking some more outside the ring.
Oh, it's been a great match up to this point, and this could really go either way. Roman Reigns varies his assault, but he always brings
Corey
it back
with
to
the
his
slam.
power
If Reigns
game.
got that slam,
The
we made some
effect of
Corey
his
go
speed,
through that announce
agility,
table.
and crushing strikes on an opponent are all intensified.
Punch by Reigns
because
and
there is
another.
such brute force behind everything he hits you
SCO
with.
takedown. Now Henry will go outside and
We've
SCO
seen that
takedown
from
to
him before.
Corey.
I mean, it's definitely a first tonight.
This
Kicks
is
to
great.
Corey.
This guy will try anything.
Stomp to the arm.
It looks like we're going to see what kind of pain they can inflict out here on the floor.
And now it's Mark Henry with momentum.
How will these guys do with
Henry
absorbing
stomping
the
away at
punishment they're about
Reigns.
to receive out here? What an attack. The
Henry outstrips Corey into the steel steps and then goes on the attack on Reigns.
This is a war.
Camel clutch applied.
Camel
And
clutch
man, is
locked
he
in.
pulling back on that neck.
As Corey using one of his new taunts,
And he fights
taunting his
way out.
opponents and the WWE Universe. Irish whip, and Corey is going to collapse to avoid heading into the barricade.
It looks like we're going to see what kind of pain they can inflict out here on the
Set
floor.
out powerbomb by Reigns, and Reigns turns his attention to Henry.
He is
Irish whip,
slowly getting
send Henry
dissected.
back into the ring.
Look out.
Now before
He's
an
getting
elbow strike to the head of
neck
Henry.
region.
As Corey gets back to his feet and
He
will
wants
join
no
Henry
part
and
of the
Reigns in the
outside.
ring.
And I don't blame
Knockout
him.
punch
Nothing
from
good
Reigns to
ever happens
Henry.
outside the ring.
Reigns outstrips Corey into the corner. And slowly lifts him up to the
And
top
there's some real
turnbuckle.
emotion on display. He took too much time, and boy, did he pay the price.
Henry breaks up
He's inflicting some
Reigns'
serious
attack on
pain
Corey.
here.
Corey had an opportunity to take flight, but elects not to. Reigns sent tumbling outside the ring, and now it's Corey and Henry inside the ring. Henry will just
Not a
shove
lot
Corey
of spring
aside,
left in
and
his
now
step right now.
reversal by Corey with a kick.
Did you hear how his leg connected?
High side kick. Drags Henry center ring, goes for cover.
Hoping to get out of here early.
There's not a person in this arena who
Henry
thought
powers
that was
out
it
at
for
one.
him.
No, this guy's too strong. This guy's too powerful.
Few superstars are as dominant
Reversal
as
by
this guy.
Henry.
Back inside the ring now.
Really pushing his opponent to the limit here. If he
Reigns
keeps up
breaks
this
up the
pace,
move on
this could turn real
Henry.
ugly real
He
fast.
punched Corey himself and then punches Henry, sending him outside, and immediately goes for cover.
I'm a bit surprised that we
Corey
saw a pin
powers out
attempt here,
1.5.
King. I don't think he's done nearly enough to get the one.
Oh, nice counter.
I don't believe
And
it. He
the
refuses
roundhouse
to
of
lose.
Reigns misses wildly.
There's the uppercut.
Uppercut by Reigns, sending Corey on the ropes.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
Corey
Right
leaned
to
against the
face.
middle rope. Punch to the back. Now what does Reigns have in
Oh,
mind?
I've never seen him do
Knees
that
ahead of
before.
Corey, dangling over that middle rope.
Here we go. Back
And
inside
Reigns
the
gets
ring.
back in the ring. Drags Corey
He
center
may be
ring
in
and
the
goes for
best
cover.
physical
He's got the shoulders down, Cole.
This could be it.
But Henry's there to break it up at 2.
Every time he has to get up, it takes more and more effort.
Henry
My God,
slams
his
Reigns
body's been
against his
through
knee.
hell, and his ribs have bore the brunt of the attack.
Corey
I hope
back
we
to
can
his
get
feet.
a doctor out here as a precaution. Damaged ribs like that can make it hard to breathe.
Finding his time, and again,
Strongest
the
man.
thumbs down, not impressed with his opponents. Looking for a knee to Henry, but it's going to miss. Punched by Corey. Reverse the Savior kick.
This is great. This guy will try anything.
Stomp to the chest. Forces Henry to his feet.
Man, DDT'd right on his face.
DDT to Henry. Forces Henry to his feet, but reversal with a shoulder blow.
Unable to be contained.
That's going to send Corey tumbling outside.
He used his opponent's momentum on that one. Wow, he's still down after that.
Henry
Here we
clawing
go.
away
Here
at the
we go.
shoulder
He's
of
hanging on
Reigns.
for dear life.
Oh, you're not going to last long here. Now it's time to fight. Hey
A
now!
reversal by
Wheels
Reigns. He
his
goes
way
for
out.
cover.
Can he score the pin? 2.
Henry powers out at 2. Corey gets up to the apron and makes his way back in
What a
the
counter
ring.
that was.
Reigns busted open. Corey biding his time. Attacks Reigns.
There's no
with
quit in
Henry
these
in the
guys, but
corner, sending
unfortunately only one
Reigns
of them
into
can be
another
victorious here tonight.
Reversal by Reigns.
What strength! He saw that one
Reversal by
coming.
Corey.
Narrowly avoids the attack there.
Reigns. Get a
Shoulders
roll
down,
up
is it
cover.
enough?
This may be it.
But Henry breaks it
The
up,
ref gets
taking out the
absolutely
referee as well as Reigns and Corey. Reigns in torch rack position, and
hand here for SmackDown.
there is a rack attack.
Over the years.
kicked by Corey. Spinning roundhouse. Huge DDT. He's going to bust open Mark Henry.
Busted wide open.
Goes for cover as referee comes
This
back
could
too.
be it.
I think he's got him.
And
Nobody
Henry
controls
powers out
the
at
pace
2.
of a match quite like this guy.
Forces Henry to his feet.
Oh, look at
Reversal.
this. He's hurt. He's hurt.
Goes for cover.
Hey, Cole, this could do it.
I think so.
2.
And surprisingly, Corey releasing the reversal of that match. It will not matter. He's going to take a non-title loss, and the victor is Mark Henry.
Yeah. 3-6, my Step up, bring it. Yes, sir. Somebody gon' get their ass kicked. Somebody gon' get their wings split. Somebody gon' get their ass kicked. Somebody gon' get their wings split. Beat 'em up, break his neck, break his neck. Beat 'em up, break his neck, break his neck. Beat 'em up, break his neck, break his neck. Beat 'em up, break his neck, break his neck. How could I be scared of a man? I walk through this land like a runner's man. Never can you imagine the pain that I'm bringing. If I say it, I'ma do it in the streets of the slang. It's a K.I.N. G.N. Hill, wildest man in the world, and I have no fear. I'm the mean and the mean, the nightmare dream, the root of all evil. We fear me, yeah. Somebody gon' get their ass kicked. Somebody gon' get their wings split.
To regroup after that
Somebody
amazing
gon'
triple
get
threat
their ass
match.
kicked. Somebody gon' get their wings split. Beat 'em up, break his neck, break his neck. Beat 'em up, break his neck, break his neck.
All right, so Corey struggles in non-title matches as the champion continues, as he will take a loss, courtesy of Mark Henry taking the pinfall in the triple threat match.
Well, if history is any guide, the next match should be just as good. Singles match coming up next. We have Alexa Bliss versus Becky Lynch.
Alright, so let's jot down the rest of these results before looking for our next WITM match. Remember, we are not going to see Andrew in action on NXT as we usually do, because he is currently suspended. Becky Lynch defeats Alexa Bliss. Charlotte defeats SmackDown Women's Champion Eva Marie in non-title action. And more non-title action, Cesaro and Sheamus defeat the Authors of Pain. Sami Zayn defeats Finn Balor. And Seth Rollins defeats Randy Orton. Now we move on to NXT, where we will not have a WITM match. And it looks like it's going to still try to book Andrew because he is still a champion, and so we're going to have to edit that. And I'll make that Aries against one of the Singh brothers, accompanied by the other one. Alright, so we will sim this NXT. And jot down these results. Brian Kendrick defeats Angelo Dawkins. Nikki Cross defeats Peyton Royce. Carmella and Alicia Fox. Hideo Itami defeats Neville. TM61 defeats the Golden Truth. Naomi defeats Anna in non-title action. Samir Singh of the Singh brothers defeats Austin Aries. And Grand Metalik defeats Sawyer Fulton. Now we move on to Raw's portion of the main event, where we see Gerald in action for a second time this week. We will not, and we already know there will not be a match on SmackDown's portion of the main event. And we know that Andrew will not be in action on 205 Live because he is suspended, so there will not be another WITM match this week. So I'll go ahead and call it an episode here, send the rest of these matches and do the rankings update off camera, and we will reveal in the next episode what the next WITM match will be. Will it be Gerald wrestling his second Raw match on Raw, or will it be Corey and another non-title match on SmackDown? We find out in episode 169. Until then, this is Corey, signing off.